Guys, look what I found in my closet. This is a genius microphone, probably worth like even less than $1. You will have to pay someone to buy it. We'll compare it to my shotgun microphone for camera, Rode Videomic Pro. The older version, as you can see, doesn't have the auto start as the newer one. And then to my main Shure SM7B, totally overpowered. Check out the thickness of these two microphones, man. Like, what? But before we'll jump into it, I would like to Google it up, because I believe that it'll still have some value, even though like those guys selling it for $5-6 maybe on eBay. Man, those guys are the most delu businessmen on planet Earth, man. But let's get into it. Actually, I have zero idea how's it called. It's just Genius. Okay, Genius microphone 2000s. Ah, here is it. 100 to 11,000 of hertz, 2000 ohms. Hopefully, I will find it on Amazon, eBay. No, yeah. What the hell? What? Are you kidding? No, maybe this is an appropriate price 20 years ago. What the hell is this? Okay, now I understand. Sorry, I'm a little bit slower. It is basically never used. But still, that doesn't mean that you will sell for $38. Another one, check it out, eBay again. But this is a little bit different one. $10 or still like... Alright, I believe that was everything for the background, for the intro to this microphone. How we will do recording tests, let's say. I'll need to put this jack into my camera because that's the only thing having a mic jack. It is connected. Guys, are ready? Test of audio, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test of audio, test of audio. Obviously, those of you who are like aware of problems when it comes to recording audio know that this microphone will suffer. Maybe the quality will be good, but it will suffer if you talk directly into it, which is like warn it, you know, the closer you are to the microphone, the better sound you will typically get. Closes. Maybe not three siblings, but a little bit also closes. This will be extreme, but I will like put the limiter so it doesn't blow your ears. How I will fix this is by using the pop filter, the original one for Shure SM7B, and hopefully it will not do any sounds. I will talk from this distance, so maybe you should like talk this distance, so I will try it this way. And now I will switch it. 1, 2, 3, test of pauses. Pop. I don't know how it sounds, but before we'll go into the software, let's jump to the Rode Videomic Pro, so we have like all the audios and I don't have to... Now you understand. These are settings I like when I was using it frequently. So let's jump on to that. Test of audio. I'm using right now Rode Videomic Pro. Test of pauses. You can also talk off axis. But from what I found, the audio quality gets lowered down like drastically. Also, to be honest with you guys, this microphone is quite old. And so even though I'm not peeking here as I'm looking onto my camera, you know, the audio gets distorted. Of course, every single microphone can sound like a professional microphone if you will treat your room by putting everywhere acoustic foam and everything, you know. That's why I need to be speaking right into it, so you know the echo is like not really that loud. We can do a little test so I can prove you that even having this microphone, $500 microphone, won't really help you if you are not speaking into it right into it. If you guys this kind of room, check it out. How does it sound right now? I don't even need to listen to it, and I know. And so it's the same with cameras, with everything. You don't need cinema camera, you don't need red camera when you don't have lights. Now it sounds quite normal. It doesn't because my voice is terrible, but probably it would sound a lot better if I would be using Scarlett with the clip save. This microphone is a freaking body positivity microphone, man. I said body positivity, man. Obese, man. Obese, basically, like, it's wanting to eat a lot. So you need to give him a lot of gain, man. A lot of gain. Be prepared for that. I wasn't, and so my gain is all the way to the top. Of course, don't take me really as an audio master. I'm just doing something so it sounds good, you know, in my opinion, and hopefully nobody really said it sounds bad, so I'm probably doing a good job. And so let's start also with that. So the video is a little bit longer. Anyways, okay, so here we got Shure SM7B. I have there a rack of effects already applied, developed by Valve and then published in 2010, called Alien Swarm. This is how it sounds without anything. Today we're gonna try out a forgotten game developed by Valve. Anyways, what I have there is a multi-band compressor with these kinds of settings. When I first got my hands on Shure SM7B, I thought it was sound... I knew that it's like flat. I would maybe compare it to like C-Log, S-Log, you know, when it comes to cameras. But I didn't really expect this trash quality coming out of it without any effects. Probably that's caused also by the audio interface. You know, if I would have, again, as I said, mentioned Scarlett, then it would sound sound like a professional studio quality, man, with a lot of echo because of my room. So comparison. Today we're gonna try out a forgotten game developed by Valve and then published in maybe when it comes to these recordings, because it depends if I'm like shouting or like speaking loud, or I'm just like doing some sort of soft-spoken recordings, some ASMR, because then those lows and highs are captured a little bit differently. I really like pull a little bit down at 1 kilohertz the frequencies. After that comes up a little boost. Don't understand why, man. I was just like messing out with it, and this is what I ended up with. Then I have the DSR and the hard limiter minus 3.5, so it doesn't really like, you know, peak. It doesn't go over 0. No, there's not anymore like, this is what I was told, that there is like minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and then there's a 0, and then there's not 1, 2, 3. No, it basically doesn't go beyond the 0. There's not a positive but maybe that was just like some dumbass teaching me something dumb. And I really hate when people doesn't have it set up also, and so when they will start shouting, "Aah!" it will totally blow up your ears, man, totally. Let's jump into the Rode Videomic Pro. So here's the recording, and I've already listened to like a few seconds. I don't really have set it up for this N effect. No, I have N effect rec. Don't know if it will be applicable even to this recording. Let's try it out. As I'm doing it right now, but over it you can also talk off axis, you know, from 45 degrees, but from what I... Wait, there's a denoiser, what the hell? Nah, fuck denoiser, man. Denoisers, I don't really have a good experience with those, because it was just like, you have to either put it on super low effectiveness, and just most of the time it will mess up the whole quality. As you can see, I tried this technique of pulling down some certain frequencies, but slowing down even just like these certain frequencies make the audio sound super weird, you know, that you hear these spikes in it. You hear them, that someone pulled them down. No, anyways. Suppose this, you can also, as I'm doing it right now, but over it you can also talk off axis, you know, from 45 degrees. So yeah, this is off axis, but this should be speaking right into it. Loudness of the source speaking into the microphone, which is me right now. Do you hear that, like the boominess? Like, it's sounding like if I would be talking into a barrel. It just gets distorted even... Do you... No, okay, maybe I will try to use the Shure SM7B preset, even though I'm professional, I'm an audio master. But maybe it will work also. If it's not peaking, you know, if the microphone is old and... Oh, like, technically it's universal preset. Loudness of the source speaking into the microphone. Something inside of it properly is not really working properly as it should, so... it is not really technically fair fight. But yeah, anyways, we'll use it because I lower it down to the very bottom on in my camera settings. I a little bit changed the equalizer. Let's now switch off the rec. Even though I'm not peaking from like certain value, this is actually a good sound, good audio, I would say, quite usable for YouTube videos. The look of the microphone is not really the best, and that's why many people buy this Shure SM7B, because it's a very cool looking microphone. But if you cannot really operate it, then it will sound like total trash, man. Okay, guys, but now it is the time to test out the very last microphone, the Genius microphone. And as you can see right here, the waveform, this is gonna be brutal, man, because these are the plosives. This is without any effect. Yeah, I need to be boosted up, man, because it's super low, low volume. I'll put on it plus 15 dB. Maybe the quality will be good, but it will suffer if you will talk directly into it, which is like warn it, you know, the closer you are to the microphone, the better sound you will typically get. Alright, man, don't panic, this is quite like similar scenario like with the Shure SM7B, because it's also flat. So first of all, what we can do is to again put the presets I've already created for the Shure SM7B, maybe it will also work for this, but probably this one will need a lot more of bass. Maybe the quality will be good, but it will suffer if you will talk directly into it, which is like warn it, you know, the closer you are to the microphone, the better sound you will typically get. Do you hear that the buzzing? Bazinga! Now, just for fun, let's jump to this plosive section. No, that microphone is super vulnerable to those, so it is obvious. But here is already the Shure SM7B's pop filter applied, so let's boost it up again by 15 dB. 1, 2, 3, test of plosives. Siblings. There are still those plosives a little bit, but a lot better with the effect rec. And now I will switch it to this very close distance. I don't know if we can talk about proximity effect here when it comes to this microphone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test of poses. Pa 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 pa. Siblings, siblings, siblings. I would say like not bad at all. It would need to little bit change individual effects, mainly equalizer I would say, but maybe even the compressor. But for microphone, which should have been long time like thrown somewhere like junkyard, having replaced cable and being like, yeah, super old basically, this is not bad audio at all. Like I've heard even these days people having a lot worse. When it comes to this microphone, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test of poses. Pa 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 pa. Siblings, siblings, siblings. And now I will switch it to this very close distance. I don't know if we can talk about proximity effect here when it comes to this microphone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test of poses. Pa 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 pa. Okay, I increased a bit the bass, so also with that the poses got a little bit more noticeable. To this very close distance, I don't know if we can talk about proximity effect here when it comes to this microphone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test of poses. If you would not mind the noises and the buzzing there, to this very close distance, I have that, yes sir. I don't know if we can talk about proximity effect here when it comes to this microphone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what about the compressor? What I can change there? This is custom preset, so let's go there for broadcast. 3. To this very close distance. Okay, that's a lot worse, man. That's much worse. Okay, I totally messed it up. Alright, so I would say that before I messed up the multi-band compressor, that was probably the best which you can squeeze out of this microphone. Probably not worth even, like, as I said, in my opinion, 50 cents, $1, man. Nah. You have to pay. You have to pay someone to buy this. But to be honest with you guys, that was quite like not bad audio. Like, no, I wouldn't say really usable for today's use, for being YouTuber, let's say. You need to somehow solve the buzzing and the noise. That's not properly fixable. That's properly not.